Hello, welcome to our next part of Sir Ulrick. That's my intro. All right, so we're on day 330. Tip number 20, only the first tier of your settlement cannot be attacked. I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever had my settlement attacked. Now, I don't know if that means like I have to be there for it to be attacked or something. Hard to say. Let's go ahead and get the music on. If it's too copywritten, we'll probably just go ahead and ixnay it, but these are my settings. We play on hard mode. I lower the battle size down to 200 to kind of help with crashes. This mod likes to crash, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and check our journal. I'm already using my Bannerlord hotkeys, aren't I? I haven't been playing too much Warband lately. In fact, I should go over my graphics as well. Every mod needs its own graphic settings. For example, in this one, I always turn grass off. Not because it does much of anything, but because it looks pretty bad, so I'm not really into it. And as always, if something's wonky with the audio video, please let me know. Alright, boom and boom. Alright, let's see if I can remember where Sir Ulrick was. Our main goal, of course, is to conquer Starfall, because that is the only way we're going to get Dawn, which is the sword that the Sword of the Morning would want to use. Now, we're not genetically Dane, but we were kind of sort of adopted by Sir Arthur Dane before he passed away. So we're going to use that as a casus belli to take Dawn into our inventory. Let's look at our inventory. Alright, so we've got a pretty good kit. It looks like Sir Ulrick was going with the Horse Archer build to some extent. We've got a +1 to training. We've got a +1 to surgery. I do believe that the donkey actually works now, the improving, it's supposed to improve the forging skill. For a long time, it never improved it, but now it seems to. Alright, we are very broke, so that's not good. Looks like all of our fiefs have been taken, so that means that I don't have a garrison or anything like that. This is our hideout, Bridge of the Morning, so we'll go there and see if I got any troopers there, but I don't normally put troopers there. Unless I modified my own files to make it more useful, then I do it. I think the music's a tad bit loud here, at least on my end. Alright, what do we got in the party? We got peasant women, that's all you really need in life, right? Alright, we got Braun. He is our cell sword. He is as loyal as we can afford him. We got Shaga, which is one of my least favorite companions. And then Kurlik gets kind of a blank slate. He usually comes wanting to be an adventurer or, a warrior, but he's kind of a blank slate. It's going to take me a while to get my wits about me. My voice is also kind of jacked up, so it's like when I'm not streaming, I'm not talking a lot, man, and my voice is sounds like one of a child or something. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and recruit some peasants just to have them as cannon fodder. Not that we like our guys getting killed, but we'll do what we can do. Honestly, I think what I'm going to do now is make money. I see these guys are hiding in the... Whoa, that's a lot of bad guys. Alright, let's go ahead and see if I can kill enough of them to be able to retreat. Usually if I can kill like 10 of them. The other problem is I got to remember all my hotkeys for Warband here. I'm going to go ahead and send these guys to retreat because I kind of want to see which direction they go with. Yeah, you see how these guys are actually running at the enemy and they're supposed to be retreating? I kind of wonder if I can get them to follow me. If I put them right to the edge of the map and then tell them to retreat, I wonder if that would work. I'm already clicking my giddy up hotkey for Bannerlord. That's usually how that works. Alright, so we got that hotkey working. I played some Bannerlord when I wasn't streaming, so all my combat skills are set up for that. Now Bannerlord and this mod are similar, or not this mod, but this game are similar, but They're different enough to where it throws you off with combat. Especially with like ranged attacks, archery and stuff. I gotta be careful because any of their javelins or axes will one-shot me. They all do piercing damage. Very painful. Alright, let's see what direction they go to. Yeah, see, look at that. They're supposed to be retreating, but of course they're running right at the bad guys. That's alright. Luckily in Warband, companions can't be killed. That's our war dog. She also cannot be killed. Actually, I think it's a he, right? I think it's got wop. Ooh, that's a problem. I'm gonna have to do the old tried and true, go run in circles until these guys are out of their handguns. I also don't think I've leveled up shield very much. So these Angons, I don't know, like 4 of them would probably take my shield out. It's already looking like it's 40%, give or take. One of my favorite things about this mod, though, is the weapons and the troop trees. That's the biggest thing about this mod, are all the new assets and rebalancing of troop trees. It's still difficult. It didn't turn a World of Ice and Fire into easy mode or anything. You know, I think he tried to rebalance some of the troops to be cheaper to upgrade, but not all of them. So as you can see there, my people weren't able to retreat, and a lot of maps in this mod, the AI just can't retreat. They'll just get stuck on the edge of the map, which is fine. We got our first, and I do believe brand new chatter of the day. We've got Ollie, 5,400, first of his name. Long and prestigious line of Ollies. How goes it, friend? Hail to you. Don't need shield. The best defense is a good offense. I normally agree with you. Kind of depends on the mod, though, right? How you doing, brother? What are you playing? Yeah, see how this is all bugged out here? That's normal for this mod. That's alright. We'll try to take out as many of these guys as we can. Oof, that's dangerous. Any one of those things will kill me, of course. Or knock me unconscious, I should say. How about you, Ollie? You still playing Warband on the regular? Most guys I know, they pretty much stick with Bannerlord these days. These guys have a pretty high shield skill, and they've also got big shields. So it's kind of hard to shoot around them. Alright, well, let's get over here. One of these guys might still have an Angon on him. I should be able to retreat at this point, but I think I can kill more to really guarantee myself, because I don't really have enough arrows. I might have enough arrows if I get headshots. Or if I can get him to retreat. That'd be nice. Yeah, see, that guy still had Angons. Sneaky son of a gun. Yeah, I just beat Warband last night. Well, congratulations. Was that your first map? Conquer? That's a big deal, man. I know guys that have played like over 1,000 hours and they still haven't done it. Because it's such a grind, no matter what mod you play or what, man. Usually, the way I play Warband now is I just RP. So I come up, like in this one, we want to be a Sword of the Morning. So once we become that, we'll just kind of stop playing whenever we get bored. Did you do a full map Conquer in Calradia, like on native? Did you use any mods? Normally when I meet somebody who's sort of new to the game, they play on console. I have been hearing some scuttlebutt that Bannerlord will be on console, so that'll be good for those guys. Wonder if I can find some arrows here. I'm using left alt, which highlights weapons on the ground. In Bannerlord, not Warband, of course. No, my second, it was FAT 1056, no mods. There's a mod called 1056? I don't think I've ever played 1056. I know there's one 1066 for Bannerlord. I mean, it's not out yet, but... should have had my companion stay so I could have looted their arrows. Alright, let's see if I can sneak one in here. Didn't do a lot of damage to him. One thing I like about this weapon, though, is it's pretty long for a one-handed weapon. It's probably my favorite mounted weapon until I get like, like Dawn or something like that. But Valerian weapons aren't super powerful relative to like my favorite regular weapons in the game, or in this mod, I should say. This guy's got a lot of HP and armor and all that stuff. He almost got me right there. That'd have been embarrassing. I can't count how many times I've been knocked out of a big fight like this on like the last two guys. Guys, you know, one mistake, you go down. These guys refuse to... there we go. Yay, we won. No mods. I have 1066, but I've been learning that since year 4. Is there a Warband mod called 1066? Or are you talking about a different game? Let's see. I know there's 1200. Or 12th. Well, what's it called? I think it's called the 12th, so it'd be the 1100s. I think that's a Chinese medieval mod. But we've got our wondrous, glorious second chat of the day. We've got a Zug Adabu. Glory be to you, Zug. How you doing, brother? Oh, man, it's going okay. It's going okay. A little rusty with the streaming. My voice is a little soft today, but bear with me. Bear with me. How are you doing, Zug? What have you been up to? I saw that Persistent Lord of the Rings got updated. Have you been playing that? I logged into it like a week ago, but nobody was online. But I logged into it like late Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Standard Time. So I wasn't really expecting that many people to be there. I kind of want to loot these guys, but I'll probably be... we'll see. Because the way this mod works, when you loot, it takes time on the world map, so it allows bad guys to attack you. That's just my companion complaining like they always do. Alright, let's do a quick search for 1066 Warband. 1066 Warband mod. Yeah, there is one from 2014. That means I've probably played it. I've pretty much played damn near every full conversion mod. Let's see, who made this one? Saxon Sunny. Was he one of the Brett and Walla guys? Well, there's no files for this one, so... yeah, this is one of those dead mods. Or he went somewhere else with it. It's not on ModDB. Not much, man. And yeah, Persistent Lord of the Rings, I played sometimes. Righteous. Alright, we're good to go with that. So let's go get rid of these guys if we can. Send them up to the wall. I think I should have enough honor now. Camel Rider. Oh yeah, forgot. Reworked has really badass troops that you can find in taverns. Like there's archers now in the game that make tournaments even more difficult than they were before. I think they're called Raven Tree Archers. You've also got like Ruin Knights, and then some other kind of knights I remember being pretty badass. Alright, I should probably upgrade these and then sell them because you can make more money, but it's kind of sort of an exploit, so I'll kind of avoid that somewhat. Looks like these guys are already out of money, and that's not good. I must have been selling fur here. These are really good axes. As you can see, they do 43 piercing damage, and that's rusty. I think they do 45 base piercing damage. They're slow and they're not super long, but man, they do a crap ton of damage. And you also can't use them on horseback. Alright, let me see who needs what. That guy needs stuff. They all need stuff. Farmers didn't used to really turn into anything, but now it looks like they do. I think even on World of Ice and Fire, they turn into something, but I don't think you could upgrade them all the way up to this. But as you can see, these guys are completely different than they are in World of Ice and Fire if you play that. Like, you can actually choose between crossbowmen and longbowmen. In this mod, I think crossbowmen are the best, just because the AI is not very good at drawing their bow and releasing when they should. They hold their bow too long, so they're not very accurate. Crossbowmen don't have that problem. Plus, crossbows in this mod are kind of broken. Very powerful. They've got longer range than even longbows and stuff. It's kind of crazy. So, kind of avoid that. Vale have one of my favorite troops in the game because they have very good tier 4 riders. So that's pretty cheap relative to these guys. Because one of the things that make this mod so difficult is the fact that you have to upgrade costs are like exponentially higher. So they're pretty expensive here, but once you go to tier 5 and 6, it's like, it's over 1,000 for this guy. Or this guy's probably like 1,800. This guy will be over 2,000, and that's a lot when you're upgrading like dozens of troopers. And it takes forever to level them up because they have an artificially high level. They're like 30 something. Like, for example, this guy right here is I can't click on it in this menu. But also, the Reworked has a lot of new assets. Like, these guys have the really cool looking Brigandine that has the whatchamacallit, House Aaron sigil on it. Kind of dig it. Because in World of Ice and Fire, I think the Vale, their armor isn't my favorite. It's just like, doesn't fit really well. Well, there's a couple armors like that. So I'm just going to save my money and not upgrade anybody right now. Move on. Alright, we already did that one. Let's do, what do we got? Oh, this one I think was from a Clash of Kings. At least, if memory serves, it looks like a Clash of Kings one. I don't even remember what culture I chose for my guy. I think I chose Valerian, which isn't a very good culture to choose, in my opinion. For a couple reasons. Alright, so what we're going to do is head back. Let's go ahead and travel to... I take that back. I want to go talk to one of the wives. Ask her if she knows. Why I always want to talk to wives when I'm playing this mod is because they're the only ones that'll tell you where feasts are. Because there can be feasts in castles. Or they're not the only one. You can also ask a traveler. But unlike almost every other mod, you want to go to the feasts that are in castles in this one because they have a 1v1 tournament, which is really good. Alright, so Westerlands, I believe we're at war with them. I think the problem here is we're at war with everybody. I signed on as a Lord with a Reach. We could go to the one in Castle Black, but that'll probably be over by the time we get there. We might be able to make it to Tyrosh. Let's see if we can make it to Tyrosh. We'll use a taxi boat. It's another reason why I like to have a small warband when I'm trying to make money. One, I don't have to pay them, and two, taxi boats get more expensive the more troops you have. So 469 is not bad. Oh man, I need to catch up with people. Has MS Warlord been streaming? I think I caught some of his YouTube. He's making some YouTube videos. I believe one of them he was outside with a buddy. So that's pretty cool. It's good to see him do that. All right, so we made it to the tournament time, and that's all we really care about, at least for now. But, of course, tournaments are not guaranteed. Ooh, what was that? What I need to start doing is riding around and figure out where the archers are, if they have any. That guy's really dangerous right there. I think he's called like a immortal. He's got a pretty badass trident. I believe I've seen most of these armors in other mods, so this guy probably just borrowed most of these assets. That guy's very powerful, that Piper Sworn man. See that guy right there? He's the most dangerous guy on the field. Luckily, I got one with me, which is nice. Take that back. All right, made it through that one. Glory be, glory be. These guys have a piercing Morning Star that does a lot of damage. Luckily, it's not super fast, but usually when I get hit, I'm not paying attention. Right, that one's a buddy. It is nice to actually see the AI using the couch lance, you know, getting range, and then coming back with a couch. And a lot of warband mods, they don't do that. Pretty smart. I don't even know if these guys are on the same team. Yeah, they're on the same team. Like, if I wasn't a horse archer, I don't even know. I wouldn't be able to deal with these guys. I don't care how good you are. These guys are pretty gnarly. Yeah, see him right there? He can pretty much one-shot me across the map. He's got a weirwood bow, which is really powerful. I don't know what his proficiencies are. I'll have to look at that next time I have one of those guys in my party. I don't think there's anywhere to recruit them other than taverns, so you can't just sit there and, you know, hire a bunch of them all at once. I don't know how he got that far. Perfect. I was thinking about playing the new Mass Effect. One of my buddies bought me Mass Effect Legendary Edition. But I'm probably going to wait for my new PC. That way the stream will look better. Alright, so we won that one. We got 200 plus 19,900. Umbar Infantry. How much are you guys? I get 6 of these guys for 1,400. Normally with what I'm doing right now, I wouldn't do this, but I just want to see what their stats are. Alright, let me make sure everything is running okay. Alright, we dropped 172 frames. That's not good. It's not a lot, but it's never good when you're dropping frames of any kind. That's okay. Let me make sure everything is copacetic on this end. Alright, we're good with that. Alright, perfect. Where was I? Let's go ahead and dedicate the tournament to this woman. Alright, her dad is a good-natured person, so if we wanted to marry her... Are we married? I don't think we are married. We'll have to do that at some point. Let's go ahead and donate some money to the Sethans. Yeah, so now we'll be able to recruit a lot of guys, hopefully. Religion's a really big deal in World of Ice and Fire. Like if you're trying to recruit from a village that doesn't worship the same gods as your character, it pretty much makes it impossible for you to recruit. I don't think I can ask these women about feasts, can I? Yeah, I can. Alright, Storm... let's see, Storm's End. Are we at war with Storm's End? No. That's pretty good. Problem with Storm's End is it's not a port. So I'll have to go to, I think I'll have to go to like Weeping Town, and that's kind of a dangerous area. Plus, I think Storm's End's tournament's a little buggy, or it's not buggy, but it's got some jank to it. I think it'll be fixed in 8.0, but all right. Looks like Dorn owns this place, and I do believe we're at war with Dorn. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. War's been going on for a while. Storm's End is still under Stormland, so we'll be all right there. I think we're at war with Dragonstone as well. I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys go. I should have tried to sell them at that place across the sea. All right, let's do that. So yeah, see, I've got a ton of honor now, or reputation they call it in this mod. Perfect. All right, these guys, let's go ahead and get them to tell them. Power Strike, Iron Flesh. Got a rating of 5, but I don't think they ride. Maybe they ride. Hard to say. Let's have a practice duel with them. Ooh, cheating son of a... They don't have helmets. That's really bad. Yeah, they're not very good. I mean, they got pretty good stats, but that axe is really slow. And they don't have helmets. That's all bad. Alright, an elderly woman approaches us, and we've got an invitation from Lady Zoe Grafton. Alright, so she wants to go on a date with us. That is a Vale woman. Her dad is the lord of the main port of Vale. Gulltown. You can only court one woman at a time, so if you want to start getting invitations from another woman, you have to quit courting one of the other ones. Alright, how fast are you guys? Alright, that guy is after me, right? Yeah. That's what makes this area so dangerous, are the trees. What is my pathfinding right now? Yeah, I've only got a 3 in pathfinding. That's not good. Alright, Curly Kids. Let's go ahead and give him a 12 in strength. Let's see, can he ride? He can sort of ride. I like to at least give everybody a 2 in riding so they can ride sand steeds. Normally what I do with a guy like him, I'll just make him a crossbow man. Even though everybody comes with a 0 in crossbow, your companions. It doesn't take long to get him leveled up. Alright, looks like Dorn and Stormlands might go to war with each other. Alright, luckily the tournament is still going on. Alright, round 1. Fight. Looks like those guys can't use their bows on horseback. Ooh, that's not good. I was cocky. I thought I was going to one-shot his horse, because usually their horses you can one-shot them. Luckily I got to the next round there, but... I'm definitely handicapped with the way my guy's built, unless I can get another horse. Or a horse, I should say. Alright, I don't know who's a good guy and who's a bad guy here. I think that's a bad guy. That's a good guy. That's a bad guy. Perfect. Oh, I know what could be causing a problem. I've got a wallpaper engine on. Wallpaper engine actually takes up a lot of assets. That could be causing issues. Not that I'm having issues, but when you're streaming, it's good to just shut down everything that you don't need for the computer or for the stream proper. Alright, let's get in there. Nice. I love when my buddies save my life like that. Alright. We got a good roll there. We had a lot of good guys on our team. Oof. Guy got my horse and me. Luckily, I'm a light armor build, so I should be faster than these guys in some parts, but if memory serves, I also took some scars. So I probably lost like strength and agility or something like that. Probably strength and charisma. It's usually strength or charisma. It's got a hell of a shield skill. Luckily I had enough arrows to get through it. All right, this is round 5, 1v1. Normally I'd try to shoot their feet, but this guy's shield skill would be so high, I wouldn't be able to shoot around his shield. So I don't bother. It's one of the things I really like about Bannerlord. There's no shield skill that gives you a force field. It's like if you shoot around a guy's shield, it gets around the shield. Nice. Alright, so that's another 200 plus 19,900. Let's go see who we can see up here. One of the other bad things is you can't marry widows. Because I always thought it'd be cool to marry the widow here. Alright, I don't know these women. They are with... This guy's he's a new guy. Around the World of Ice and Fire 7.0, they added a lot of new lords to this mod. Like Dragonstone. Dragonstone got a ton of new guys. Let's ask him what he's up to. Alright, so this is like a proper feast. Not just a random tournament. Let's see, do I have any of these injuries? No. Alright, so we've leveled up. Yeah, you see I lost a strength here. Because I used to be 15, that's why I have a power strike of 5. Leadership is maxed out. I'm gonna have to get Sailing Master up. Only the leader, or the player character, are the only ones that can really use Sailing Master. AI doesn't even need Sailing Master. I'm thinking about just going with intelligence for the rest of this playthrough. Because Power Strike 5 is enough, as long as I can get through armor, it's all I really care about. Strength of 15, agility of 15. It would be kind of nice to get agility up to like 18 or 21, because that's a lot of fun. But since I'm probably going to stick with light armor, I'll be able to move quick enough. Yeah, let's just do intelligence. That way we can go ahead and do pathfinding. Oh, that's why I wanted to go with charisma, is for Sailing Master. Because I think with the Sailing Master of 2, I could have like 4. I think I can have 4 ships, which isn't enough if you want to do like a ocean assault on like Dragonstone or something like that. Problem with charisma is you don't really need charisma for leadership because it stacks with your companions. So the only thing you really want charisma for is Sailing Master. Which I hate. I wish Sailing Master was something else. But I get why it is that. It makes sense. Well, we can get charisma up to like 9. Kind of want to do horse archery, but the problem with horse archery is it's only good on the field of battle. We'll go ahead and do it. Why not? We'll max it out. And then maybe for the rest of the game, we'll do intelligence, charisma, just for fun. Actually, I really don't want to do charisma. The only thing I would need Sailing Master for, really, is quality. It's just convenient to be able to have more boats. And because in the late game, you'll have a massive army. And if you max that out, you'll be able to carry around 630 guys on boats. But all right, what do we got here? All right, we can go visit Our Lady in Goldtown. I don't think I want to marry into the Vale. I was kind of wanting to marry into the Reach, but there's not a ton of women in the Reach that I want to marry. But in all honesty, it doesn't really matter who you marry in this game. Like, you get a bump with the father, kind of. But it's not that big of a deal. The biggest reason you want to get married in this mod is because you can have a child with them. It's very expensive, though, unless you've really grinded their relationship. Because I think you need like a 90 or a 100 in relationship with your wife to have a baby. And it gets very expensive because basically you're having to bribe her with, like gifts and money to increase your relationship with her. It's about the only way you can do it once you're married. We got Mr. Bagel, 77th of his name, back in chat. Hail to you, Mr. Bagel. How goes it for him? Oh, what's up, Raw? Well, just trying to knock some dust off. Haven't streamed in a while. Making sure everything still works. Still waiting on my PC. My new PC should be here like Tuesday. And then it'll take me, a while to get it all set up. Hopefully it's not broken because it's coming all the way from California on, on land. So I don't know how you caught me, dude. Oh, let's see here. All right, he owes us a favor, so he's going to let us go. We lose like 7 relationship with him, but that's all right. That's yikes. I got married when I was like 13 and just left her in a castle when you were 13. Oh, that's awesome. Is it pre-built? Yeah, it was the only way to get a GPU. I was trying to get a GPU for a while, but honestly, I needed an upgraded CPU. Like, my motherboard was fine, but I really needed a newer GPU and CPU. I also paid too much because, like, if you buy a pre-built right now, you're paying too much money for it. Like, I basically paid, I don't know, a couple $100 more than I should have for the one I got. But I think I got lucky. I think they put a 3070 in it when I ordered a 30 Ti or a 3060 Ti. But on the receipt that they mailed me right before they shipped it, it said 3070. Because I think what's happening with the pre-build guys is they're just getting whatever GPUs they get, and if it's close enough and it's an upgrade, they just throw it in there instead of making you wait. Because I've already been waiting months. Like, I ordered this thing in April, at the end of April, and it's just now getting here, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Bagel? What have you been up to? You been gaming much? I haven't really been gaming at all. If I'm not streaming, I'm usually not gaming either. Or talking, which is why my voice is kind of weird. It takes a couple streams to get the voice out and proper. Alright, so we don't have anybody here. Let's go ahead and manage my garrison. Kind of want to get rid of all these people. That way they're not slowing me down. Now, you kind of want troopers if you're doing like trade with fur and what have you. But I don't even think I can do that right now. I think we're at war with the North. What I'll do is I'll grab some Valemen and level them up to riders. Let's see, what am I at? I've got that. Alright, let's go ahead and get a smith and an armorer. Get that guy. It's kind of silly to hire a cook. I don't think they're worth it. But we'll go ahead and do that. Just for a completionist. I don't think I need your services, but we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, for 1700 you get a plus 20 in morale, which is pretty good. You can also get XP by sleeping with the prostitutes. There's your pro tip of the day. Yeah, 20 XP. It's not bad in the early game. You can get bounties from this guy, but I just started playing MC more, and it's actually such a good game. By the way, what mod is this? This is a World of Ice and Fire reworked, so it's a sub-mod of a World of Ice and Fire. But it's basically a World of Ice and Fire, just with like a redone troop tree, a lot of new assets. Normally I put this on a command, but I forgot to do that. I'll go ahead and link it to you. There you go, bud. What is MC, by the way? I think my light's a little too bright. Yeah, if you're still playing Warband, it's definitely worth a try. Like, I played a lot of World of Ice and Fire in my time, and it's nice having a sub-mod that changes things up. Alright, what else do we have here? I'm going to leave all that here. Then I want to go have a little chat. What are you? Alright, so feasts are 1,000. Remember that. That's my medic. Oh, Minecraft, right on. Yeah, I played a lot of Minecraft back in the late 2000s. Like 2010 time on the 360 with my nephew. You know, I actually went to go buy Minecraft a couple months ago, but they still wanted like 50 bucks for it. Because they don't sell Minecraft on Steam or anything. I'm sure you could like download it from one of those naughty sites, but I wouldn't do that. I thought it was gonna be like 10 bucks, but it was like 50 bucks. No, thank you. Minecraft music is Pog, yeah. Are you talking about the soundtrack that was just playing on this mod? Yeah, that's another thing this mod did, is it added a lot of Game of Thrones music, which in a World of Ice and Fire they don't do that for copyright reasons. But in the sub mod, it's got like tons of Game of Thrones music. Yeah, it's like 35 something. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But I mean, you know, it's still super popular, so I get it. I don't think the original creator owns Minecraft anymore. Didn't he sell Minecraft? Yeah, I'm talking about this music. Yeah, there's some good music on this one. I think one of the songs on this mod, I had to ask the author of the mod the name of it so I could find it on YouTube. Because it didn't have any singing, it was just a ditty. Yeah, Notch sold it, you said, yeah. Wait a minute, who are we supposed to visit? Yeah, Zoe. Alright, so we got a 5 with her. That's not very good. You gotta have around a 20 to marry. It's because our charisma wasn't very high. And we probably didn't have a lot of renown. Like, if you've got very high renown and right to rule and all this stuff, sometimes when you flirt with a woman, you'll get like dozens of relationship points just by flirting with them. because it's a long grind if you know, you declare your want to date them or to marry them, and you only get like a 1 or a 2 or a -2. It's a really long grind to get the 100.
Shame. Shame.
We got Snapcaster redeeming.
Shame.
Shame, shame. Hail to you, Snapcaster. How goes it, friend? What are you up to this fine afternoon, or morning, I should say, my time at least? Alright, Stormland, Storm's End. We've already done that one. Norvos. That's a castle right there. It's pretty far away, though. And then Belanis. Let me see if we're at war with the North. I think we are. Yeah, we are. So that makes it where I can't really do the fur trade. Because what happens with the Reach, like once you turn off Sandbox, or once you turn off Static Wars, everybody declares war against the Reach because they're pretty much like usually the biggest faction, depending on when you turn it off. Now, if you play a World of Ice and Fire and you pay this guy to play Reigns of Castamere, it'll actually play Reigns of Castamere. But in this mod, the guy messed with the files, so it won't play Reigns of Castamere in this one, which is fine. All right, let's go check on the Reach and see what they're up to. What I really need to do is start getting all my companions so I can build a proper army. Let's see, how much money do we have now? 30. In this mod, 34,000 is not a lot of money. Doesn't look like we've lost too much territory here. We lost Bitterbridge. I used to own Clegane's Keep and one of these other ones, like Silver Hall or something. Looks like the North is coming down here to stomp on the... Actually, I take that back. I think the Reach, we had Lannisport. It takes the AI forever to rebuild their garrisons, so once they take something over, it'll start changing hands quite often, because the garrisons aren't very high. Alright, let's see here. Did I level up? No. I need to find a traveler so I can figure out where all my people are. Unless you have a very strong army. Alright, so I've got prisoners working at the gold mine. Doesn't look like I had too many 260s on a lot. If you work on that gold mine, it can be a major money maker for you. But you need like hundreds of prisoners, even thousands or whatever. And I think they mess with the formula. I think you need like 2 guards or 1 guard per 2 prisoners. Before, I think it was like 1 guard per 5 prisoners, because you have to pay their wages. So it kind of adds up. So like these guys are 2 stags a week, so they would make a pretty good guard. You just want to put them in there, but I think the minimum for guards is 3 stags. I think I've done the math on that. So, because some peasants, you know, they only need 1 stag per week, but I don't think it matters. Now, it matters if they're more than like 3 stags a week, because you'll pay that. Like if you put a knight in there, I don't think the knight will get 3 stags. He'll get his whatever his pay is, which is a lot. So you don't want to do that. Let's help this guy with these guys. I want him to engage first, so we get a little bit of relationship with him. There we go. I think I only get like 1. I'll be lucky to get 1 relationship because we're outnumbering them basically like 10 to 1. Or 9 to 1. Thought these trees were fixed. Let's see here. Do I have all this stuff on high? I think if I turn this off, it helps out. Yeah, see? That helped out a lot. This mod's kind of designed to not have HDR engaged. I've been noticing that with a lot of mods, like Persistent Lord of the Rings, which I was playing last month. It was like that. It's kind of designed to have it off. Perfect. Man, my skills are rusty right now. Oh yeah, he also repainted these just for the veil. So these are like the Westerland mounts, but blue and black for the veil. Or blue, black, and white, I should say. Alright, so I got a +1 with him, and he's an asshole, so I don't really care about being friends with this guy. Because he's got a bad personality. I could sell some salt, but salt's not that great in price. I mean, you get a really good profit for it. Ooh, we got Baron Gray. That's good. That'll give us some pathfinding right there. Alright, these are all my missing companions. So, Sirio is one of the most important. He's at Stony Sept. I do believe he's in the dungeon at Stony Sept. I think I've tried to do Stony Sept before, but even if I can sneak into Stony Sept, they give you robes and a really bad polearm. It's a staff, and it's damn near impossible to take them on. We can try it again, but all right. Who else do we have here? Thoros is our best healer. He's at Golden Tooth, so we can try to break him out of Golden Tooth, I guess. Silva's a Cohor. By the time we get to Cohor, she'll be gone, though. It takes a long time to get to Cohor when you don't have your own boat, or even if you do have your own boats, because you basically have to take a ship to, like, Volantis, and then march up north, and it's kind of a dangerous area to be around. Unless you got a big army, because Dothraki are really fast. Alright, what about Mia Stone, Volantis? Alright, so Volantis and Cohor would be a big one. Golden Tooth is right over here. Let's go try Golden Tooth. One thing about those crossroad inns is sometimes people hang out here. I think it shares the same tavern space with like Lord Haraway's town. Don't quote me on that. We got Sidicus 5x5 back in chat. Hail to you, Sidicus 5x5. He says, my boy is back. How is the new PC? It's not here yet. It'll be here Tuesday. Like when I ordered it, it was its estimated ship date was next month, and I ordered it like at the end of April. It's not here yet, so still my old PC. How you doing, Sidicus? Hope you are faring well. Yeah, it's closer. They're actually it also, like, they sent me a an item list of my PC like the day they shipped it, which was like day before yesterday. And they have it listed that they put a 3070 in it, and I ordered a 3060 Ti. So that makes me feel a little bit better. Those two GPUs are basically the same though, performance-wise. I mean, 3070 is a little better, but it's not like leaps and bounds better. All right, we are not going to talk with her because she wants like 150,000 silver stags. We don't want nothing to do with that. We've got Hossix in chat speaking Russian, possibly, or some other form of some kind of Slavic language. Let's see if we can translate this. All right, Google Translate. English detected, huh? That's impossible. Hello, how are you today? I think that is what that says. Right on. Works for me. I can read a little Russian, says Sidicus 5x5. Not I. I used to have a lot of Russian in a note for copy and pasting when I played EVE Online. Because there's a lot of Russians that, I mean, there's a lot of everybody that plays EVE Online. And there's times where you want to talk to people, you know, even if they're strangers for different reasons. So I would have like, you know, things to say in Russian and Spanish, also French. But I didn't know the language. It was just for copy pasting. Google translates pretty much how we would, you know, talk to each other. It was kind of rare I ran into somebody that didn't, you know, type or speak any English. It definitely happened, but usually those people would, you know, join their languages corp and kind of only talk with them. Oh, remember this, but pretty sure it is today. It's useful for GeoGuessr. Right on. Hail to you, wise blood Kool-Aid. Glory be to you. Wise blood Kool-Aid. It's a pretty good name. My name is, says Google. Gotcha. All right, let's try this again. Oops, sorry about that. Hi, what's your name? It says. I see. It could be a bot too. Because my stream does say English, and everybody's talking, speaking English. So if somebody just starts typing in another language, it could be a bot. We'll have to keep an eye on it. If it tries to link anything crazy, we'll have to get rid of it. I don't really watch Twitch anymore. It's usually if I have time to watch Twitch, I would be streaming Twitch. But every once in a while, like waves of bots will hit Twitch for a while until they figure out a way to block them. What do we got here? Get there. Looks like these guys are having a feast, or they're just getting their asses kicked. Get rid of these hill tribesmen. That was not very good money. Have I hired you yet? Welcome back, friend. Alright, where's Goldtooth? Goldtooth is somewhere over here. There it is. Let's see, I've got 25 guys. That's kind of a lot. So we'll wait till like midnight-ish and try to break them out of Goldtooth. I don't think I'm going to be able to. The kind of kit that they give you, there's just no way. Yeah, Thor Samir is still there. You click the link to get famous when it pops up, Raw. That's for sure. Aren't I supposed to remove non-English language just in case some super naughty words are spoken? Because my Russian is bad. That's true. I guess we'll use translate here, right? Let's see. Translate. Let's do... is that why people enforce that? Because I never really enforce that. Because sometimes people... Let's see. English only. But you are right. That is why people enforce it, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I never really thought about that. Alright, let's try to break in during the daytime. It's a bad idea. Yeah, we got in. Once you have an agility of like 15 and I think it's based on your agility. It might be based on agility and athletics, your sneaking ability. But luckily we were able to get in. The problem is I also have to take down the guard, which is right there. And my bodyguard's AI is terrible. It takes him forever to engage. Alright, so we want to speak with the prisoner. We want to threaten him. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Oh, we got Blood-Soaked Hero back in chat, of course. Donating 100 basic biddies. Down my way. Welcome back, Raw. It should have said welcome back, Raw. Why didn't it say it? Hard to say. Hard to say. Probably blocked it because you said come. Oh, man. Thank you for those 100 biddies, Blood-Soaked Hero, also known as Haley. English don't for me, says Hawks, or Haas X. That's okay, brother. I don't speak Russian. Sorry about that. It shouldn't be blocked out. Maybe it is. It's not blocked out for me, so no. I have to check on that because it should be saying words. You know, whatever you type. I think what happens if I don't log into Streamlabs for a while and I haven't logged in like a month or two, it's got issues. So let's go to alert box. Let's get rid of that. Let's go to bits. Let's see, make sure it's got open text to speech. It's enabled. Yeah, it should work. But thanks again, Haley. You the man. How you been, Haley? What you been up to? Probably playing a lot of Mass Effect, right? I was gonna play Mass Effect today, but I was just gonna wait for my new PC so it looked better. Sad, sad days. Sad, sad days. Right on. Hosik says something about 6 years. Played. Yeah, I've played for about 6 years. I've got like 7,200 hours in Mountain Blade Warband, give or take. I've been playing Mountain Blade Warband since like 2014, 2015. And for years, all I played was Warband and one other game. I'm like 68 hours in a Mass Effect. Alright, so you're probably what, like... You're probably like 10 plus hours into Mass Effect 2 then, give or take? Because Mass Effect 1, if you do all the things, I think it's like 40-something hours. If memory serves. Barely halfway into ME2. Yeah, that's about right, though. Are you playing on normal or are you playing on hard? Because hard increases your time played. Because everything... I don't really like playing hard difficulty on Mass Effect. I beat it on all of the difficulties because I had them all 100% completed back on the consoles, but... Except for ME3, I didn't play all the DLCs for ME3, so I'm really excited about that. Barely halfway. Go Bannerlord. Yeah, I've got about 800 hours in Bannerlord, plus another 80 in the beta. I think I'm not going to play Bannerlord until my new PC, because Bannerlord looks really pixelated on my streams. Like, my streams have always not looked that great. You know, because of my GPU, I just got my GPU is fine for gaming, but it's not very good for streaming. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But yeah, I'm definitely by Mountain Blade. I go both ways, left, right, up, down, all the ways, all the ways. All right, so I got my ass kicked. So we're gonna be stuck here for a couple days. Mass Effect 2 was my favorite Mass Effect game. I'm probably gonna like 3 a lot more because I've never played the Citadel DLC, and that people say it's like the best DLC of any game ever. Um, so that'll be fun. I think I probably played Mass Effect 1 the most, just because that was the first game. So I remember playing it probably 6, 7 time playthroughs. I probably had like 400 or 500 hours. That was a lot for a game like that on a console back in the day. I also need to refill my drink here, boys. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick 2-minute break. I should have probably got my sound on. What do we want here? D&D RPG Tavern? Yeah, let's go with that. Let's turn that off. Go this. See if my hotkeys still work. Hell yeah, they do. Alright, guys, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright, we are back. Ish. What is going on here? Hots or HozX says it's Bannerlord on the network on the global map. Let's Bannerlord on the network on the global map. Oh, you're talking about like the MMO? Yeah, there is like a Bannerlord MMO. Problem with that is I think it had it had malware and somebody hacked their ModDB page and put malware on it, so I haven't looked at it since that happened. So if you downloaded that Bannerlord MMO like 2-3 months ago, you want to check for malware. We got AJ the Bold back in chat. Hail, AJ the Bold. How are you, you magnificent bastard? I'm all right, man. My voice is a little wonky right now for some reason. It's probably because I'm not talking like 12 hours a day when I'm streaming. Because when I'm not streaming, man, I am not talking at all. How have you been doing, AJ the Bold? Oh, shit, that's loud. We got Blood-Soaked Heroes gifting a tier 1 sub to Master Raw's community. They have gifted a total of 34 on the channel. That's a lot. Who got that? We got Too Lazy to Breathe. Too Lazy to Chat, too, because I don't think I've ever seen that name before. How's it going, Too Lazy to Breathe? Welcome to the winning team. Thank you, Blood-Soaked Hero Haley. You do not have to do any of that, but it is appreciated as usual. Oh, let's see. AJ the Bold says, you magnificent bastard. Well, you're the magnificent bastard. That's for sure. All you guys are. That's definitely what I miss most about streaming is hanging out with you guys. What I'm not looking forward to with the new PC is setting all the streaming stuff up again. It's kind of a pain. I mean, it's not that bad, but I forget things. Like if I'm not doing things on a semi-regular basis, I forget how to do them. So I have to reteach myself how to do everything. But it should be fun. Thanks again, Haley. Very, very generous of you, as always. We also got some followers when I wasn't streaming. We had A5 Ready. Thank you for the follow. And then Freak 4 Strength 8, whoever that is. Probably bots. Hard to say. All right, where was I? Oh, yeah. We got our asses kicked, and now that guy probably wants to beat me up. That's an Iron Islanders guy. I thought it was a Northman. Are we at war with you guys? Hard to say. Of course we're at war with them. We're at war with everybody. I need to start building up an army. But if I can't rescue my guys, it's going to take me forever to find them because they'll be prisoners forever. I mean, not forever, but for a very long time. And then I have to go find them in a random tavern. And on a map like this, it's a right proper pain in the ass to find everybody because there's a ton of cities and the map is huge. All right, how much HP do I have? 49. All right, let's try this one more time. Problem is, I just can't do enough damage to this guy to knock him out. Jesus. It's also not super easy to manually block those guys because they're pretty fast. All right, we got in. Praise the 7. All right, now I gotta do this all. Oh, check that out. He gave him actual like red priest robes. That's cool because technically Thoros Amir is a red priest. But in World of Ice and Fire, he just had like leathers. All right, let's get him out of here. I still have to solo like 20 guys, so this isn't guaranteed yet. I thought I had full health. I don't remember the health carrying over like that, but I guess it did. The other issue with the prison breakout in this mod is AI is very stupid. They don't follow you. They don't follow orders at all. Let's see if I can take this guy out. That was a headshot. That's not bad. AJ says, did I just catch a glimpse of a goat named AJ? That you did. That you did. You mean goat like greatest of all time? Oh no, that's AJ the Gold. Sir AJ the Gold. Lovingly named after Sir AJ the Bold. Yep. I think it's a man, right? I believe he's got wobbly bits. I don't think he's got the grapes, but he's got the stem. See, yeah, he's been fixed. I don't know why you would fix a war dog in Westeros, medieval Westeros, but I guess they did. Probably lost it in battle. That's probably what happened. Maybe it was the dog. Oh, the gold, not goat. Yep, AJ the Gold. Because normally I name my dog Goldie or some kind of gold. Gotta watch out for these guys, man. They like to hide everywhere. Looks like Braun's on the scent of somebody. Luckily, the AI's got X-ray vision, so he knows exactly where he is. Outside of the walls. I can remember when I was a kid and I would hear people talk about goats, as in like sports, the goat. Never quite understood what it was for years until finally somebody told me what it was. It's just an acronym for greatest of all time. Because that was like before you could Google things. There's a crossbow man up there. Problem with crossbow men is they can pierce through my shield. I don't have a lot of health on me. There he is. Any day now, Thoros. Thank you, Thoros. His weapon's actually pretty bad because it's a bastard sword. And it's got a very slow swing speed. So mix slow swing speed with bastard wielded one-handed. It's one of the slowest weapons in the game. And it doesn't do that much damage either. But it looks cool, so I always let him keep it. Just for RP reasons, really. It's starting to warm up by me. How's the heat humidity down there in Florida? Hasn't been that bad recently because we're like officially in hurricane season now. So like it's always cast over and raining, which is good because we've been in a drought for a while. People don't know this, but Florida, even though we're green, we have times where we're basically like a desert, or we just don't get a lot of rain. Like Florida will probably be a desert one day, but the humidity hasn't been terrible. And I haven't been outside, so it's definitely not bad. For me, it's 75 right now, give or take. My room's probably a little warmer, but my AC says 75. Ah, shit. I got lucky there. Sometimes you can get permanently stuck in those kinds of crevices. What sucks about this is now I'm not going to be able to get Thoros out because he got knocked unconscious. So this is all for naught. I think I can run to the edge of the map, though. If memory serves, I can run to the edge of the map. I told Thoros not to get involved with the fighting, but again, the AI is kind of janky. Blood-soaked here redeemed the hydrate. Well, you're going to get a hydrate. I just refilled my drink. Thank you for that hydrate. Keeps me going. How are things on your end, blood-soaked hero? You're probably still at work right now, right? Hopefully that was the last one. Alright, we make our way back through the gates and quickly retreat to the safety of the countryside. Unfortunately, Thoros was wounded. even though we told him to stay out of the fight. So that was a waste of time. All right, what do we got here? We got Tricky Dick Crab. Let's get him up here. Do we still do it like this? Yeah, we still do it like that. All right. Let's just ignore that for now. Let's just do money. Because it takes forever to build up a proper army in this. I should have okay pathfinding now, right? I don't know. Could have swore Baron Grey had like a 6 in pathfinding. A lot of the those companions like him had a 6 in pathfinding. Let's go ahead and look at the troop tree real quick. So level 23 or level 17, it's the same as the Veil Rider. Or not the Veil Rider, but the Veil Footman. Yeah, let's just go ahead. I usually like to go Veil, but since I've joined the Reach, we'll just... Like, this guy's got a power strike of 4. That's terrible. Maybe he changed it for everybody. Let me see here. Because Veil used to have a power strike of 6 for their tier 4 guy. Alright, so he did. He took him down a little bit. He also improved the Rollor troop tree. I think you can get these guys at the Temple of Rollor, which is just due east of Volantis. But again, this is reworked. I think in a World of Ice and Fire you can still get these guys, but they're not going to look like this. This guy's probably a badass, so... Yeah, power draw 6. What kind of bow is that? Something called a flat bow. It's pretty good. That's a new asset for Reworked. How about you, AJ? What's it like up in New York? Like right now, it's cast over today, right? So right now it's 79 degrees. But if it's not a cast over, it'll be hovering in the mid 90s. So like the high today is 87, tomorrow's 86, 91 for Saturday. But it's all mostly kept cloudy with thunderstorms. Yeah, it's not too bad. All right. I also want to buy a microphone. I don't know how much that'll improve my voice, but it'll definitely sound better than my headset mic, probably. I wonder if I can get Raven Tree guys, because I think it was a Clash of Kings. You could hire Raven Tree archers at Raven Tree Hall. But since this guy implemented them, I wonder if he implemented them to be able to be recruited here. I think I checked that out last time, but can't remember. So far, I've only seen them in taverns. But this guy I don't think is a pro modder, so he might not know how to do that. I mean, he's a good modder, don't get me wrong, but let's go and tour the grounds here. Last few days were cool, but today it's sunny and 74 with relatively low humidity. Yeah, anything in the low or in the mid 70s is comfortable enough. My favorite weather is like 60s. Like 60s with a cast over, I love that. even the 50s, it doesn't really get cold for me unless it's in like the 30s or the 40s with like a wind chill. Like a wet wind chill is kind of gnarly, but this is kind of a cool scene with this fog. Kind of spooky. Goes good for the music currently playing. I was just kind of looking around to see if there was like a Raven Tree recruiter here. In a Clash of Kings, I think the weirwood trees have faces, which is cool. And I need my summer haircut nice and short. Yeah, I used to do that, especially when I worked outside. I'd always buzz it. I had short hair most of my life. I'd usually get like a 2 or 3 on the side and then just long enough up to the top to where I could like slick it back when I was really young. And then when I got older, I just started buzzing it myself. Are you guys fully opened up now? Like, can you get your haircut easy enough? A lot of the comedians I follow on Twitter, they live in New York, but I haven't really heard them talking about lockdowns or anything. And I think even California is starting to open up again. Alright, so let's see how much Penniless is. And he's 1900. He's not one of my favorite companions, but we'll take him. Just so we can share the leadership if he's got it. I can't remember who he doesn't get along with, but he doesn't get along with somebody I like. Alright, so we want to go footman on this guy. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start upgrading all of their charisma, stacking leadership super high. Another trick you can do is buy those banners, because banners give you a bonus to leadership. And you used to be able to just give your companions like 4 banners, and it's, stack their leadership up that high. Or, yeah. But I believe Produno fixed that at some point. Alright, what are we going to do here? Let's do... Do I want to give them Horse Archer or Entertainment? I also like to give them Entertainment, because that helps boost how much morale you get for resting in towns. And since I'm doing Charisma anyway, just stacking Leadership with Entertainment works out well. Another good one is Persuasion. That's like the diplomatic skill. Because once you are a faction leader, diplomacy becomes kind of important. I don't usually do that too much because I've beaten this game once. World of Ice and Fire did a full map conquer one time, but I don't think I'll ever do that again. That was a hell of a grind. It wasn't nearly as bad of a grind as other mods because like once you become huge in this mod, it's really easy to conquer thieves because they start to surrender once you outnumber them like 3-4 to 1. They used to surrender if you outnumbered them 2 to 1, but now he changed the formula for that. About haircuts, I can't really say. I'm not sure what my barber did because he's turning into a gay hairdresser versus what he's required to do by law. Oh man, I think a lot of people had to do that. Because, I mean, what do they expect people to do? Like starve to death, get kicked out of their house or their apartment? I mean, I think that's what happened. I mean, not starve to death, but a lot of people just had to move home or move into with somebody. I think it's all done now. Or it's getting to be about done. Because if you look at history, any of the pandemics that have hit, it took about 18 months. And that was even before we had vaccines. So with the vaccine, we should be really good to go now. They bought the shop from an old Italian guy. I used to go to him for years. He ran it as it was always ran, an old school neighborhood barber shop. Since the COVID shut down, now he requires appointments and jacked up the prices a lot and thinks he's some kind of hairdresser. So it's the same guy, but he's trying to like lure in the higher price clientele, I guess. Somebody was talking about that. I think it was like a TV show, but they were talking about Brooklyn. I think it was Brooklyn. And it was just this old crappy bar. Oh, I know what it was. It was that old firefighter TV show. Anyway, what they said was once the hipsters started to come around, they lowered the quality of their food and they called it like authentic blue collar food. You know, like so just be like Wonder Bread with a piece of ham in it and then charge like 3 times as much. But the hipsters would still pay it. That's not good. Let me go ahead and set up for these guys. Because I can solo these guys normally. Problem is I didn't want to lose my troopers. Let's see if I can actually get them to retreat properly. I don't have a ton of HP, so I really don't want to face these guys off with melee. I'm also pretty rusty, so we'll see how that goes. Really wish I had a power draw of 6. 6 is like a really good... You're starting to do damage when you have a power strike and a power draw of 6. Let's see, what are these guys over here? Sometimes they'll have range units that they saved. Gotta be careful of that cheaty speed boost as always. Sometimes I forget about it. That was super dangerous. Really like the music this guy put in this sub mod. Somebody's throwing shit at me. That ain't good. I think I would have ran too. Ooh, that guy could one-shot me. He's getting all fancy. Yeah. How much did the price increase? Like 2 times, 3 times? You know, I haven't gotten my hair cut professionally in like 13 years. Because before I had long hair, I was just shaving my own head. I mean, not shaving, but buzzing it. Yeah, I'd give myself like a 2 or a 3 buzz cut. And then one day I just decided to go long. But yeah, it's been probably been 13 years since I paid for a haircut. I used to get a haircut like every 2 weeks back when I was like full-blown dandy. My fancy cars. All right, so we got 37 renown there. What I need to do is just start farming these guys. Got a lot of pirates here. I don't know if I want to grab these guys or not. I kind of like them because I don't have to pay to upgrade them really, but they don't have helmets. They're not super cheap. Let's go ahead and take them, I guess. I'll throw them in a garrison. I only have to pay half wages when they're in the garrison. Haley has redeemed the posture check. Man, you got about an inch and a half there, give or take. And thank you for that. Hipsters are kind of weird, but they're okay. In New York, they have a reputation for moving into bad neighborhoods that then become trendy because they breathe a little life back in the air. Yeah, I have no qualms about the hipsters. It's like I said, I follow comedians on like Twitter and stuff, right? And then I listen to a lot of podcasts with comedians, and a lot of them live in New York. And they'll sit there and, like, let's say 2 years ago, they were always griping about the hipsters, about how New York isn't all tough. But guess who was complaining during the pandemic when crime and the real New York returned, Those same people were complaining how they can't even walk down the street. So there is nothing wrong with hipsters who, make everything better. I mean, I get the argument against it, but that argument wouldn't work for me. All right. Penniless and Dick Crab don't get along. I don't really care for either one. I like Tricky Dick Crab. I just like his name. I usually make him my sinister minister whenever I get to that point. I am at that point, but I don't have a fief right now. But we do have Bridge of the Morning, which is our hideout. I don't think you can put prisoners here. Or what? I think you can, right? You can't put lords in this dungeon, but you can put all these guys here, and I think they'll stay. As long as you have guards. But I agree with you, AJ. I'd rather live in a neighborhood of hipsters than a crime-ridden, like, 1979 New York City. Because you remember movies growing up? Because all y'all are about my age, give or take. Movies growing up, New York was like a shithole. But by the time I didn't get to New York until like the early 2000s, and by the time I got there, it was a real nice place. Now I hear it's kind of going back to the shit because of the pandemic. But all right, a scholar wants some money to write about our good deeds. We'll go ahead and give it to him just for the renown. All right, Wise Blood Kool-Aid says, I saw a documentary once called Escape from New York. Scary stuff. Yeah, it's a good documentary. I also like the one where he was escaping from, was it LA? That was a good one too. All right, so let's go to River Run, and then that's the only one close to us. Hopefully it'll be there when we get there. I love that movie. I mean, I know it's a hokey, corny movie, but 80s movies are probably still some of my favorite. Like, modern TV shows are definitely the best TV shows that have ever been, but when it comes to, like, just good time action or gore, it's kind of hard to beat some of the 80s stuff. classics like Aliens, RoboCop, even like the Rambos and stuff had a charm to them. All right, so we got 1867 for that. It's not great, but not bad. All right, hopefully we get this competition. All right, we're gonna William Marshall this. We're gonna head back, let those guys beat each other up. The only guy I'm worried about is that archer right there. I'll let that guy deal with him. You know what I've been watching? I've been watching Tabletop Warhammer 40K on YouTube. Uh, that looks like it could be fun, but then it's kind of expensive. I think the main thing for that hobby is the painting. Like painting the figures, collecting the figures, and then you can just happen to play a game with it. But it definitely looks pretty cool. I meant to buy a bunch of Warhammer games, I think like a month ago when there was that big sale going on. There's a lot of Warhammer games that were on sale, and I meant to buy them, but I just forgot. Because I want to get all of those like 40K RTS ones. There's like 3 of them. It's called like Dawn of War or something like that. I don't really know if I can get into RTS because I got that Star Trek RTS. For May the 4th be with you, but it didn't really hold on. Because I think Total War only does Warhammer, it doesn't do the 40K. I think I'd be more into 40K than I would be Warhammer. The fantasy one. I don't know why I'm not hitting that guy. Alright, I think these guys want my ass. Hopefully I got into the next round there. Yeah, we got lucky. Why is Blood Kool-Aid says grand strategy over RTS? What would be considered grand strategy? I mean, Warband's kind of grand strategy, but it just doesn't have a lot of the details you'd get in like a like a Crusader Kings, because that would be like the perfect game. The politics of a Crusader Kings mixed with the combat of a Warband. So people are excited about that. What is that? Mortal Online 2. I think that's more of an MMO though, but it's very Mountain Blade-ish. Oh, let's see here. BT dubs, they move into the bad neighborhoods because of the cheap rent. Yeah, for sure. And proximity to the city, Manhattan, and they don't give a hoot about the crap neighbors. Not because they purposely seek out to live in the jungle. Right. Yeah, because usually hipsters are young, and, even if they've got, a good education, they're still in, like, the lower levels of whatever career they have. And plus, Manhattan is so oppressively expensive. Like, even if you made 6 figures, you can't afford like a nice joint sometimes. Like, you need to make 6 figures in Manhattan just to afford like a starter apartment, I think, give or take. I would live in Brooklyn. It's still expensive in Brooklyn, but not like Manhattan expensive. Nice. Crusader Kings Europa. Yeah, yeah. EU4, Stellaris, great games. My only problem with like Crusader Kings is I don't like the combat. I don't like that the combat is just like, you guys attack you guys. I mean, I get that it's got more details in other ways, but like that's why I play so much Mountain Blade is because of the combat. I just wish that there was more to do on the world map, the grand strategy part of it. But that's where mods will hopefully come in. Like there was one guy that he basically combined Bannerlord with Crusader Kings. So he basically took the two games and meshed them together, kind of like if you took two modules of Bannerlord or Warband, kind of like what Produno did with A World of Ice and Fire. He used like two modules. So anyway, the map looks like Crusader Kings, but then when you go to fight a battle, it turns into Bannerlord. It took forever to load, and I don't think it runs very smooth. I think it's like very janky, but that's basically the dream. That and Star Citizen, those are the dreams. Thank you for that follow, Razio. Hail to you, sir. Greetings. How you doing, Razio? What are you up to today? Playing Bannerlord, Warband? Alright. Let's go dedicate the tournament to somebody. I think this is Walter Frey's court. Yeah, he's right over yonder. Normally I try to kill him and all the people from the Red Wedding, but our guy's like adopt or foster father, I guess we'll call him, was Sir Arthur Dane. So he has no love for the Starks, but he does have love for like honor and chivalry and that kind of stuff. And these guys are none of those things, so he's not a fan. But that is not our war to fight. We tried to, save Robb Stark, but we didn't get there in time. I can't remember why. I think we were a prisoner somewhere. But we didn't make it in time. Bethany Blackwood. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with her. The Blackwoods are kind of a cool house. That only gave us a 2, so that means that she's she can be kind of a pain in the ass to get relation with. I don't think I'd want to marry her or marry into her anyway. RP wise, I don't know who we would marry. Probably a Dornish princess. Oh, Razio says, what is this mod? This mod is World of Ice and Fire Reworked 5.0. Here, I'll link it to you. I was going to make a command for it, but I forgot. It's a great mod, man. It's basically a World of Ice and Fire, but with reworked troop tree and a bunch of new assets. I grew up in Brooklyn and thought I'd never leave, but it got to the point to where I didn't recognize the place anymore, so leaving wasn't a hard decision. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have much nostalgia for where I live. If it wasn't for like family and stuff, I would have left. Prisno is my favorite fantasy mod for Mountain Blade Warband. Prisno is so good. Like, I think when it comes to like polish and just cool stuff, it's between like Prophecy of Pendor and Prisno, but I prefer Prisno over Prophecy of Pendor when it comes to high fantasy. And you're welcome, Raz. No problem. Let's get out of here. Well, here, let's see if anything else popped. We're at War with Dragonstone. Let's see, do I have a thing here? How much money do I have? Alright, so let's go ahead and get another workshop here. I should be using my money to get workshops. Yeah, Perisno have great troops. Yeah, what I love about Perisno is the fantasy is really cool. I love the RPG start, and I love the mounts, and I love the fact that you can marry those princesses. You can marry the elf princess or the dragon princess. It's pretty dang cool, man. All right, where's this guy at? I think he's over here, right? I think it's him. Bloodsoaked here says I'm mad busy work. Hey, man, nothing wrong with that. We're all for listening to sometimes, not for talking to. The only workshops that are good in this mod is breweries, wine press, or ironworks. None of the other ones are good. I don't usually like to get wineworks because it's too expensive. So this place is a brewery, which is pretty good. All right, we could buy salt and trade it, but I don't have a lot of troopers on me, so that'd slow me down. And I'd have to go all the way to Gold Town or the Reach. Well, I guess we could make a little bit of money here. I'll make that much money. See what that does to my pathfinding. Yeah, I need to do another Perisno run. But I think Perisno, because the thing about Warband with how I stream is when I stream any mod that has a lot of foliage, it gets very pixelated and ugly. That's like Gecko Kuyo. Or can I help him? Gecko Kuyo, which I like, it's one of my favorite mods. I can't really play that on stream. It doesn't look good. I've played it on stream before, but the pixelation is just kind of oppressive. This is one of the better looking mods that I stream. Alright, let's head this way. I also need to start looking at garrisons. What I really want to do is get a town. Let's see, how much renown do I have? I've only got 4. What I need to do is just start grinding like Robber Knights. Solo, getting like 50 renown per fight. Sometimes I can solo large armies, but I have to retreat like once or twice. And you lose so much renown in this mod when you retreat that it makes it not really worth it. Because the main thing that I farm is renown um, when I'm fighting outnumbered. I don't know how that guy's catching me. That's the salt. He's going to let me go, though, because we're friends. He won't let me go again, though. But that's one of the difficult things about this mod is the pathfinding speed of the AI. Because in any other mod, 5.8, you'd be able to outrun an AI lord with a 150-man army. But in this one, you'll have a bad guy with a 600-man army, and he'll have a 6-7 pathfinding, or not pathfinding, but map speed. All right, we're going to tell Grafton that we're indisposed, so that way it'll open us up. This guy's got me. We're friends, though, so he's going to let me go. It's kind of nice. It really pays to have a lot of honor in this mod, because you get a maxed out plus 33 in relationship with any honorable lord, which is good. Most mods, it doesn't give you that much. But that's why I don't like to trade right there. Not until I get my pathfinding back up. I guess I will have to give myself 1 in strength if I want to use plate. I'm probably not going to use plate, though. It takes away a power strike. and it slows me down by quite a bit. I want to check this brewery and see if I stashed anything here. I don't think I did. I think I hid most of my stuff in the our hideout. I get a local lord and a retinue. That'll give me a reach lord and then a bunch of random reachmen. I don't think it's really worth 7,000 stags. Alright, the Reach wants to defend that place. Let's ask him what he's up to. He's recuperating. I might have enough renown for this guy to follow me. Nah, I needed more renown. Lady Margaret Lannister. Who's she married to? So she married this guy. Guy's got a lot of. I wonder why they're telling me their wealth right now. They used to tell me their wealth. My biggest issue with all these wars is I can't do all these tournaments. I don't know. Can you sneak into a place and do a tournament? I don't know if I've ever tried. Let's go and write a poem for man, look at all these people. Olena Tyrell. You can marry Olena Tyrell. I mean, she's in her 70s, but you can still have a kid with her if you want. If you own this place, you want to talk to this guy. You get some pretty cool troops that look like him. They're heavy spearmen. Also, Reworked has a bug to where everybody's guards are these Crownlanders. If you play regular World of Ice and Fire, they'll be whatever your faction culture is. Alright, he is still a prisoner. She is still a cohort. Kyburn's a Casterly. Vows at Stony Sept. Stony Sept's a tough one because there's like 3 or 4 guards right next to the door. And there's no way I can solo 3 or 4 guards with a robe and a staff. Let's go help these guys out.
Please allow me. Have it your way.
Ah, it's being raided. It's probably being raided by that 70-man army. Let's go see if I can get one of these lords to go over there. Alright, we're under attack, but the enemy can be repulsed. We need to go to Mander. He's not strong enough to do it. I don't have a good relationship with this guy, but he might do it. Nah, he won't. Now, I think in this mod, even if a town gets raided, you can still fight the bandits off, and a lot of mods you can if the town's raided. It's kind of sucky. Alright, where are we going here? Looks like somebody chased him off. Alright, what do we got? 47 pirates. It's a lot of pirates. Let me go ahead and do this. We might be able to do this. Pirates are pretty gnarly. They have cutlasses that don't do a lot of damage, but they swing really fast, and they got a lot of throwing javelins. I don't think I have leadership either. Yeah, I think I want the warrior trait just for RP. Oh, that ain't good. That's a problem. Some would say this was a mistake. I disagree. This is roleplay. They also have a very fast missile speed. And they're not, they've got better aim than most mods. Most mods, as long as you got a fast horse, you can just go around them like this. But every once in a while, these guys will throw ahead. They'll actually lead you, which is, what you want to do if somebody's going around in circles and you want to shoot them. I think they've also got like 6 or 8 javelins, unless the guy who did Reworked changed it. Raul, do you still test the mods for Perduno? Yeah, I was testing 8.0 when I had time, but 8.0 is like completely broken right now because of the LODs. But yeah, I'm the only one that tested it recently. You can test it if you want. Like if you're in the mood to test, let me know. I'll get you into the club. Because we had a lot of guys volunteer to test, but they thought they were going to test Bannerlord, or World of Ice and Fire. So they kind of quit doing it once they realized it wasn't going to be Bannerlord. Not too many people still play Warband. I mean, I was getting really bored of Bannerlord. I mean, I love Bannerlord, don't get me wrong. I can get back into it, but yeah. It's kind of like Warband. If you took away Warband mods, I'd probably only have like a couple hundred hours into it. Not thousands. You guys out of javelins yet? The other problem is these shields are huge. I think they've got like 140 size. Those guys still have javelins. I gotta quit missing. I don't have a ton of arrows relative to how many bad guys are here. You know it's serious and Rawl shuts up. I also know I haven't been gaming because my fingers are starting to hurt. Old man gamer problems. Tell you what though, it is satisfying to headshot these sons of guns. Nothing like a skull piercing, right? This is something you really can't do in Bannerlord. Can't solo like dozens of bad guys. I mean, in most mods, you can solo like entire armies if you if it's one of the ones where you can retreat and no renown loss or HP loss or anything. I mean, I guess you could do that in Bannerlord too, but in Bannerlord, it takes forever to grind your guy up to have enough skill to be able to shoot guys, you know, super accurately. Alright, dude. Oh, what the flip-flop. I didn't let go of that. Oh, here's a problem. I need a shield. Oh, he didn't like that at all. I didn't want him to get close enough to me because those cutlasses are super fast. Like, look at this. They're just so flippin' fast. They used to be faster. I think they used to be like 160. Something crazy. Now they're like 140. But they have short range, which kind of makes up for it. We got 37 renown for that. That's pretty good. And then we got some honor. Thanks. I appreciate the offer, but I'm not going to take... Yeah, I didn't think you would. You're not really into that. Is it just me, or do they not have eyes? Well, there's something called LODs, which is, you know, like load on demand for textures. So this game has very short LODs, meaning that once you get like 10 meters away from an NPC, things start to disappear off of them. You know, like all video games have, you know, LODs. But a modern game, their LODs, you don't really notice them because they're pretty far away before things start disappearing. But in this mod, you notice it because the textures, to get them to run this mod where it doesn't crash all the time, they need pretty extensive LODs. Like, that's why 8.0 is crashing right now, because the grass doesn't have any LODs. So anytime I try to siege like certain places, it'll just crash after like a minute or less. And this mod's already kind of crash happy. This one's pretty good though. This reworked, I don't know what the big difference is, but it doesn't crash on me near as much as a World of Ice and Fire 7.12, or even with the I won't tell you too much about the dev build, but you know, it'll be good once we get it figured out. When I say get it figured out, like the crashing and what have you. Let's see if I like reach people. Cool thing about reach though is you do get tier 3 cavalry, which I think is the only tier 3 cavalry in the game, unless this guy changed it. I wonder wonder if I have... Do I have an Ashford workshop? Everything's under sequester, that's why I'm not making a lot of money, but luckily I'm making some money. I think the Lord of Ashford is an asshole. So I might not be able to get one there. It's not a very good one either. The Reach doesn't have great workshops. I mean, they're okay, but they're not great. They're not like the Ironworks at, you know, Dragonstone, Goldtown, all that kind of stuff. But here, I'll show you Lods. Do it in Ashford, maybe. Being ambushed. This mod's got a bug with ambushes that can happen sometimes where a bunch of peasants spawn that aren't supposed to. That's what happens when you forget to get your shield. They stole quite a bit of money from me because I got a lot of money on me. It's not a good idea to have a lot of money on you, but I don't really have anywhere else to put it. What you guys cost? 5 for 524. So what is a footman? A footman is tier 3. Go ahead and buy the town some wine to get the +1 relation, because in this mod you need at least a +1 to buy a workshop. In some mods you don't need any as long as it's not a negative. I know mods that you needed like 10. What was native? Was native you needed like 5 or 10? And it was a real pain in the ass to get it too, because the missions were kind of a pain in the ass. All right, where the hell am I? Oh, yeah, it's over here. Yeah, see, I don't have a good this guy, Ashford. You can pay a bribe to them if you have a positive relationship with a married woman. You can just give them money to basically bribe a lord, so I could just do that whenever I get around to it. Let's see, what's my renown now? Got a 509. I need to get like a 600. I think guys will start following me then. Yeah, because once your renown gets high enough, even guys that you have a 0 relationship with, they'll follow you just, based off your reputation of being a badass. But if I can find an honorable lord, is that the good Fossaway or the bad Fossaway? I think that's the bad Fossaway. You want the green apples; those are the honorable ones. I got a +2 with him because we captured a fief together at some point. Alright, let's see what kind of task this guy wants. He wants me to take out robber knights. I'll see if I can do that, but it can be kind of tough. I think it spawns over here somewhere, the hideout. Why did I get a reputation change there? Oh, the prisoner's right on. Yeah, see, I don't want footmen anyway because they just turn into these guys. I don't really want to deal with... Now, the Reach Infantry are better than they were in or World of Ice and Fire regular or vanilla. Because in vanilla they all had light armor, even like tier 5. But we only want recruits. We want this tree and then possibly this tree. Problem is, their longbowmen max out at tier 4, and if I'm going to do tier 4, I'd rather arbalesters. Well, even the Veil. I think the Veil's got crossbowmen now, so I'd probably just go with that. So the Veil, I think, would be a really good army to have with their cavalry and crossbowmen. Alright, well, let's go find that hideout while I'm healing up. I keep looking over here for my HP and from Bannerlord. This village has a great name, by the way. Cockleswint. I think a hideout can spawn in this area. Let's see if we can take this guy out. Boom, got him. Hello, sir. Alright, so he's a bad guy anyway, so we'll just take him down. Alright, luckily they're not taking a defensive posture, but normally Dorn would have horse archers, but I'm not seeing any horse archers. Let's see if I can scout them without getting knocked out. Because we'll definitely lose if I get knocked out. My guys aren't good enough. Because when you get knocked out, your troopers don't use advanced AI, but the bad guys do. Wow, they got rubber knights. That ain't good. These guys are also super fast, so I gotta be careful. That's how Prophecy of Pendor dealt with soloing like a bunch of heavy knights. They gave all the heavy like bandit parties, like Knights of the Dawn, they gave them all crossbowmen, which I thought was a pretty smart balance. So trying to solo, like 30 Knights of the Dawn is difficult. You know what I also forgot to do is my arrows. Alright, let's see what kind of fresh hell we have on this side. That's a new trooper right there. He's got the spearman armor, but he's a horse archer. ragdoll action. Yep. These guys also have the badass bow that I've got. Makes them super dangerous. Oh shit, as you can see. That's what happens when you start flying around there. I didn't think I was going to win that one, but hey, we lucked out a little bit. Killed enough of them to leave. I think he's still going to catch me, though, because my pathfinding is going to be, like, really bad. Or these flipping 50 million robber knights will get me. I'm knocked out, so it doesn't really matter. This one Veil footman that routed, he's the one that saved our lives, basically. Alright, how are we looking here? Frames are good. Or no, we actually did drop a few more frames. Probably should have restarted my modem. I haven't restarted my modem in months. If you ever start streaming, you want to kind of like restart your modem once a week. But I never notice if my modem's a little wonky when I'm not streaming. Alright, hopefully we can get away from those cats. The other issue is I don't have any of my healers with me, so when I'm fighting, I'm losing everybody to death, which isn't good. I trade with you guys. Now, the cool thing about Reworked, the submod that I'm playing, is the guy redid the AI of the Robber Knights. Because Perduno thought it'd be funny if the Robber Knights only attack the player, which makes them very oppressive in the early mid-game. Like, even the mid-game, when you've got like 100 and something troopers, 50 Robber Knights will kick your ass, or kick their ass. And they're very fast. Like 50 Robber Knights will be doing like 7, 8 on the world map speed, which is, oppressive. Upgrade my shield. I didn't realize it wasn't totally upgraded. Let's do that now. How are we doing on this? Not good. What do we have here? Traveling merchants. You can find some good stuff with these guys. That's a pretty good kite shield right there, because it's light. This is actually better, though, isn't it? Nah. I mean, it's got a better size. It's really nice to have that 100 size all the way around. And it doesn't require a shield skill. I don't think this one does either. We'll get those for companions. This is a really good sword. That's what I use. I'll give that to a companion.
I was born with a blade in my hand.
I think one of my companions could use that flat bow. So the flat bow does 43p, 9562, but you can't use it on a horseback. And it's not even that much better than the composite bow, to be honest with you. So there's no reason for me to even look at the flat bow. This is a cool 70 piercing, 100 accuracy. It's a nice crossbow. This is also new armor for this mod, or for Reworked. Doesn't have very good stats, though. I think it's medium, though, right? Or is it light? Yeah, it's actually pretty good because it's light. Even though the weight's 20, it doesn't have the medium or the heavy modifiers, so you're not losing attributes, which is pretty good. Alright, let me check out you. What do you have? Alright, he already has one, so we're good there. He could probably use this. I got a bad modifier on that. Wow, this one does 33 piercing damage. That's interesting. Bonus against shields. You know, upgrade mine as well. I do love these world map models. All right, so we made peace with the North, so we can do trading and tournaments up north now. The North also has a foothold in the Midlands. Like they have Lannisport and some other stuff. I think I could get an ironworks at Lannisport that pays pretty well. Looks like we're about to crash. I'm gonna have to restart the game. Anytime you get this, it means you're about to crash. You're getting the memory leak bug. Luckily, it warned me with this. A lot of times it would just crash right away. I prefer balance for my. You can get more damage if you go masterwork, but it's kind of expensive. And I think if I make this bow a masterwork, it'll be beyond my power draw. But that's fine as long as you don't ever take it off. I just have to remember not to take it off. Yeah, see, now it takes a power draw of 7, and I've only got a 5. Always upgrade your shields. They don't cost that much to upgrade. It's one of the best bang for your bucks you can do for equipment. All right, give me that one back. Which one of these do I want? What was that 14, 15, 13, 278, 298, 93, 93. This one's better. Perfect. All right, that works for me. So let's do that. Leave. Let's do save and exit because we're about to crash at some point. All right, I think that's going to be the stream for me, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to just stream today because I haven't streamed in a while, and that's no good. Get out of practice. Thanks for joining me on my World of Ice and Fire Sir Ulrick playthrough. Reworked 5.0. What happened today? We had a follow from Razio. Thank you, Razio. Mighty nice of you. Mighty nice of you. Let's go ahead and do that. We've also got Blood-Soaked Hero gifted a Tier 1 community sub. Thank you, Blood-Soaked Hero. Very generous of you. Enjoy the rest of your work day, brother. And he also cheered for 100 bitty butts. Much appreciated. We also had Sir AJ the Bold chatting us up. Always appreciated. Alright, ciao AJ. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. And also, thanks for hanging out, Wise, Blood, Kool-Aid. Who else do we have? We had Empower27. Hail to you, Empower27. I don't think I hailed you. Apologies. We even had it said it gets 5x5. Fly by. Alright, you guys, take it easy. We'll see you next time. We got to play our outro. Forgot about that. Turn that off. Can't not play the outro, man. That's bad luck. Alright, guys, take care. Have a wonderful afternoon, evening, or morning, depending on where you're at in this world. And I'll see you next time. Take care.
Lei non parla mai, lei non dice mai niente. solo questo.